Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a beam in Unreal Engine 4. So sorry for not having a final result, but I don't think it's going to fit for this tutorial. So I'm just going to show it right now. So this is the beam. Let me set the editor billboard scale to be 0 so you won't get that sphere. So what this is basically a particle system that is going to set its start and its end after two targets. So when I'm going to move this, it is not going to get updated because we are in the editor. But once you are going to play, as you can see, this particle system right here is going to have that as a start and that as an end. So this is what I'm going to teach you today. I saw this being made in C++. And I did not see this being made in Blueprint, so I said let's give it a go. And as you can see, you can do pretty interesting things. You can do like a stealth game where you need to avoid the particle system, so that being the beam. So let's start. What I have here is an actor, which we are going to create later. We have a laser mat, which is a material, and the particle system. Okay. So let's first go into our material. What I have here is the material going to be a surface, blend mode should be translucent, and the shading model should be unlit. Then, what we want to do here is to get the text coordinate, mask the G, and by default you're going to have like this. You should expand this to all of them so you can see, so you can kind of preview them. So when we are going to mask the G value, so that means the green, we are going to have this gradient from black to white. Then we want to multiply this with 0.5 and we are going to get this. So we are going to have a little bit more black. And when we are going to do a sinusoid here, we are going to have black, white and black. And if you want to read more about these nodes, Control and Alt for more, as you can see. Alright. And then when we are going to power this and the base is going, so the sign is going to be the base and the exponent is going to be 3, we are going to get a stronger black here and at the top and a stronger white in the middle. Then we want to get a particle color, and why this is useful, because this way we can set the color in our particle, as you can see right here. Okay. And then we want to multiply the particle color with the power, plug it into the emissive, and then we want to multiply the particle color with the power and plug that into the opacity. So we are going to have this kind of beam looking. So this is all when it comes to the material. Let's go into our laser. So what I have here is a normal particle emitter, but I added some things. So let me create one more. Let's see what's the difference between the normal one and this one. So, what I have here, basically, is that I've added a beam data, which needs to have the max beam count to be 1 and the speed to 0. What I'm going to change here is going to make sure that this is not going to change its rotational location, because if the speed would be 1, okay, as you can see, it's going to change its rotation, which is not what we want. And as well, we will need to change some other values as well if you want to get this effect. Then as required, I plugged my material that we just created. Let's see what I changed right here. Emitter duration, so it should be 0 seconds, and the emitter loop should be 0. So this is going to be infinite. Okay. Then into the spawn, let's see. Okay, so I don't think these are changed. Okay, then at lifetime, I didn't change anything. Neither here, I think. No, actually I did. So I put here 10, 10 and 100, minus 10, minus 10 and 50. Okay, no, actually I did not change anything. So what I've deleted is the color over life. And I added a new one, so I can customize that as I want. And what I did here is to put kind of the same color in both of the values right here. And if you want to get an emissive lightning, as you can see here, go here and make your red or your primary color. So let's say if this would be 1 and this 5, you can see this would go to green, and it would have this green emissive. And the reason why it's now changing is because here I have 5 and here I have 0. If I put this to 1 and this to 5, then it will stay the same. But I kinda like that effect, so I'm going to put this back to 0. Okay, but again, this depends on your game and on your personal preference. Okay, so I don't think I changed anything here. The initial size should be 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, so everywhere 5. And I added a source and a target. The source is going to be the starting point, and the target is going to be the end point. So what you want to do here is to go to both of them and set the source method to be user set, and this will be user set. So we can set those in our, you can see right here, we can set this in our blueprint. Okay, and then what you need to do here is to go to the, so go here to the constant, make sure you have 0, 0, and 0. Okay, and just make sure you have just like I do. Then go to the target. Here at the constant, you should have only 15 on the x value axis and 0 on the y and on the z. Okay, and I think that's pretty much everything into the particle. So let me see. So I'm going to create a beam right here if I can see it. So first a beam data, and okay, here the beam, source and target. So let me see if I've changed anything else. Okay, so the source, so they said 0, 0, and 0. Okay, and the user set, and the target 50, 0, and 0, and the user set. So yeah, this is pretty much all for the material, for the particle. So let's go into our blueprint right now. What I have here are two static meshes and the particle system. The static meshes should be whatever you want. Okay, and then you can even use scenes if you want. So let's say I get a scene right here. I make this one a little bit bigger, if I can. Alright. And then I'll plug this in here. Okay, so you can put here whatever you want. Just make sure you're going to have at least 2 world locations where you can get those, and the particle system with the particle that we just created. In the event graph, you want to get out of the event tick, get your particle system, and set beam source point. So this is going to set the start of our beam. Get your static mesh, get the world location, and plug that into a new source point. Then get your scene, get the world location, and plug that into the target point. Good. And now the reason why we are going to use event tick is because we want to update this every tick. Okay, so if now I'm going to get to my scene right here, and I'm going to move its position, and I'm going to play. As you can see, this is going to get spawned from this cube, and it's going to go to its end where the scene was located. And why event tick is good as well is because what you can do is to eject. Okay, so if I'm going to pause, or actually I'm going to go to selected viewport, and I'm going to eject, I can edit this in runtime. So as you can see, I can get my scene and I can just move its location, and it is going to get updated every tick. But if you don't want to do this, what you can do is to use event begin play. So as you saw at some point, I had here event begin play, and if you don't want to change that in runtime, you can just use this, and this is going to have a better, it's not going to impact the performance as much, since using event things is really going to murder your FPS. And that probably in your game is that you don't want. You want to have a constant, solid FPS. So guys, this was pretty much all for this tutorial. A pretty simple one, I know, but I thought it was interesting. And guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you liked and enjoyed this tutorial, and as well that you learned something new from it. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And guys, until next time, goodbye.